I had always believed that marriage was about partnership, compromise, and shared joy. Lauren and I had been together for 6 years, married for 3, and I had assumed, perhaps naively, that we were on the same page about the most important things in life. But last Friday, that illusion shattered in a single heated moment. It happened while I was preparing dinner, the smell of roasting chicken filling our cozy kitchen. Lauren burst in, phone in hand, eyes flashing with defiance. "I'm going to that party, whether you like it or not," she said sharply. I froze for a moment, stunned by the intensity in her tone. This wasn't the playful teasing we used to exchange. It was a challenge, a line being crossed. Most people might have argued, pleaded, or tried to reason. I had learned long ago that reacting emotionally only cedes control to the other person. So I set the knife down calmly and said, almost casually, "Even better, the house will be all ours." She stopped, eyebrows raised. "What do you mean by that?" she asked, her voice tight. I let the moment hang. "While you're out enjoying yourself, I'll finally have the quiet I've been craving. We each get what we want." Lauren laughed, half incredulous, half exasperated, likely expecting me to react with anger or to try and stop her. But in that instant, I understood something crucial. Control wasn't about forcing someone to obey. It was about self-discipline, patience, and timing. The real issue wasn't the party. It was a lack of respect, the constant dismissal of my needs, and the growing distance between us. For months, my concerns about intimacy and attention had been brushed aside. I had tried everything: gentle conversations, surprises, late-night talks, even taking time off work to reconnect. But nothing had worked. Looking at her now, the woman I had loved felt like a stranger, vibrant and fiery, but her independence had tipped into defiance. This wasn't about a night out. It was about respect, and I refused to negotiate any longer. After her outburst, I retreated to the living room, letting the silence settle. Lauren paced in the kitchen, muttering about how controlling I was and how I didn't understand her. I didn't respond. Any reaction would have played into her narrative. I sat, reflecting on subtle signs I had ignored: hidden late-night texts, last-minute girls' nights, her lack of interest in our evenings together. I had excused it all as temporary stress, but the truth was undeniable. She was testing boundaries. When she finally left, I didn't follow her gaze. The emptiness in the house felt strange, almost liberating. For years, I had been chasing her attention, trying to anticipate her every need while losing parts of myself. Now, with her gone, the silence became a canvas, a reminder that I had a choice: dwell on betrayal or reclaim my life. I poured a glass of whiskey and sat by the window, thinking over every slight, every dismissal, every failed attempt to reach her. The anger that had threatened to rise now became clarity. My reaction mattered more than her words or her party. The power had never been in controlling her. It had always been in control of myself. When Lauren returned, I was ready, calm, steady, unwavering. She opened the door, expecting confrontation or desperation. Instead, she found a man who had reclaimed his space and his dignity. The fiery confidence that had driven her out was replaced with hesitation. For the first time, she realized that her usual tactics, shouting, manipulation, demands, wouldn't work anymore. I stood quietly, letting her take in the change. When she tried to justify her actions, I raised a hand. "Let me finish," I said evenly. "I've listened to your outbursts, your demands, and your excuses. I've tried to compromise, to be patient, but there are lines you cannot cross. Tonight was one of them." Her eyes widened. Doubt flickered in her gaze. She finally understood that I would not chase or plead. I continued, "You can have your independence, your parties, your fun, but not at the cost of my respect. If we are to move forward, it has to be on equal terms. Otherwise, we both know where this ends." The fire in her eyes dimmed slightly. The tension in the house softened into a quiet acknowledgement. She had expected me to react emotionally, but instead, I had held my ground with calm and clarity. In the following days, the shift was clear. No more sharp tones, last-minute plans, or defiance. She approached me cautiously, realizing that respect and attention could no longer be assumed. I didn't punish her or gloat. I simply maintained boundaries. Autonomy in a relationship comes with responsibility, and disregard carries consequences. By the end of the week, balance had returned. The house felt like mine again, reclaimed not through drama or anger, but through presence, patience, and clear boundaries. The lesson was quiet but undeniable. Respect cannot be demanded, it must be earned. And in that, I found a deep, unshakable satisfaction.